The transition of the landscape from the hot and dry summer to the vibrant green we have now never disappoints. It means that spring is in the air, the days are clear, and the temperatures are mild. Compared to summer and this past stormy winter, we're all pretty happy for this change. We had some friends from Southern California visit, so we took the opportunity to put them to work. In this episode, we tackle some kitchen upgrades, finish framing some open walls, we take on some blackberries, as we uncover a long-lost stream and waterfall. And finally, we end the visit with some burn piles. With only a few projects left before the barn is done, this time, we focused on finishing the walls on the second floor and the staircase. And we finished the kitchen with some desperately needed improvements. The kitchen needs lights. The way you have to stand basically blocks the main shop lights, making it hard to do the dishes and use the microwave. With an already established circuit, it was time to bend and run some more conduit and install track lights. We need a backsplash, but have zero experience with grout and tile. I found this peel and stick product, and it seemed to go on pretty easy, like a giant puzzle. Since we needed more counter height anyways, we made things easy for ourselves by raising the existing cabinets. That way, we didn't have to cut the peel and stick backsplash. And finally, we finished the walls. Our visiting friends were just the help we needed since these pieces of plywood are heavy and awkward. But they didn't mind, since they got to play with a cool nail gun. It's hard to believe this once neglected barn is now this. The next project takes us to the ranch house where events and weddings will be held. Here's a drone shot to show you where it is along the lower left loop. Starting by the house, there's a stream that runs from the upper pond to the house pond, which ends up in the much larger beaver pond. The problem is, that stream is covered by giant overgrown blackberries. We'd rather not spray chemicals, so Reg brought out the excavator and went to work. Now that the stream area is clear, the natural grasses will take over and hopefully prevent more bushes from coming in. As the work continues downstream, we can see the potential this area has for some pretty awesome weddings and events. The sight and sound of a running stream is a big reason for that. When we opened the gates and let the water flow, we had no idea what existed between the house and the beaver ponds. A little waterfall carved out of rock. It may sound cheesy, but I do believe the land knows we're taking care of it, and it's rewarding us with surprises like this to incentivize us to keep going. An important part of maintaining a healthy pasture are prescribed burns. In this case, it was a long dead 40-foot oak that presented a hazard to the cows as large branches kept falling. And while this work is necessary, there's something special about a bunch of friends gathered around a giant fire. And as we consider the future of this ranch and all its possibilities, this fire reminds us why we're doing this. It's simple, it's uncomplicated, and none of us can look away. Next time at the ranch, we visit the lumber yard to get some wood for the saloon bar top. The Kubota goes in for a long overdue service. The county comes out to inspect our soil for a septic system install. We deal with the red plants covering the ponds. We reshape the landscape at the house to accommodate a large seating area for weddings and events. And Reg lets me park the excavator. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.